Hello, I hope you are doing well. So today is day 14 of doing 50 SQL problems on Leetcode to be able to crack any SQL based interview. And our today's problem is about confirmation rate. We are given a table named signups which have two columns, user ID and timestamp. User ID is the column of unique values for this table. Each row contains information about the sign up time for the user with user ID. Okay. And then we have another table named confirmations, which have three columns: user ID, timestamp, and action. User ID and timestamp collectively makes the primary key. User ID is coming from the users table as foreign key reference, and action is an enum type which can either be confirmed or timeout. Each row of this table indicates that the user with a specific ID requested a confirmation message at a specific timestamp, and that confirmation message was either confirmed or expired without confirmation. If it gets expired, then the action type will be timeout, and if the user confirmed the message, then the action type will be confirmed. So the problem is the confirmation rate. We have to find the confirmation rate of the user. And what the confirmation rate is? Confirmation rate of a user is the number of confirmed messages divided by the total number of requested confirmation messages. The confirmation rate of a user that did not request any confirmation messages is 0. Round the confirmation rate to two decimal places. So here is a hint 1, means a must use thing, that is we have to use a round function in our result table, in our query. Okay, then we have two tables and we have to find the confirmation rate for each user, while some of the data for user is given in confirmations table and some is in the signup will have unique user IDs. So we are going to get the user IDs, means get this confirmation rate against each row in the signups table. So we are going to apply left join. So what are the hints that we have got yet is we are going to use the round table. We need user ID from the signups, and we are going to apply left join between the tables. And another thing that is we don't need to apply the order. Now we have to, let's see how we can calculate the confirmation rate. Okay, so let me copy the text here that we are given. The confirmation rate of the user is the number of confirmed messages divided by the total number of requested confirmation. So here if you notice we have to use total number of requested confirmation messages, means count. We are going to use the count function, and we have to divide something by this count. We have to count how many times user confirmed the message. Okay, how many times we have the status confirmed in our confirmations table. The confirmation rate of a user that did not requested any confirmation messages is 0. So this line actually tells us that we have to include each row from users table. Okay, that's why we are going to use left join. Round the confirmation rate to two decimal places is something that told us we have to use the round, and two decimal places means our result needs to be in the float type. Okay, while our count is going to give us something in the integer type. So let's now understand this with the help of an example test case which is given here. Let me snip tool this and paste it here. Now we have two tables. We need to find the confirmation rate against user with ID 3, with ID 7, with ID 2 and ID 6. Okay, this is how our result table should look like. This is user ID and another column will be confirmation rate. Okay, yes, this is what we are going to get in the output. Now For ID with user with ID 3, let's see how many times it appeared in the confirmations table. So user with ID 3 appeared 3 times, 2 times in the confirmations table, and fourth time that action was timeout, means counting the confirmed is 0. So 0 by 2 is 0. So what we need to write here is 0.00. Okay. Then we have user with ID 7, which appeared 3 times in this table, and every time its confirmation rate, means the status confirmed, is 3. So dividing it, the total times it appeared in the table is 3, and how many times the status was confirmed? 3. So 3 by 3 is 1. When rounding it to 2 digits, the result will be 1.00. For user with ID 2, it appeared 2 times. So we have to divide it by 2, and then how many times the confirmation rate, the status was confirmed? 1. So 1 by 2 is 0.5. Okay, so what we will write here is 0.50. Against the user with ID 6, we have not got anything in the confirmations table, so for that we are going to have 0.00 in the result of the problem. Now let's start writing the solution for this problem. We need is to write select, then we have from signups s, then we have left join on confirmation table on s dot user id is equals to c dot user id, and we have to group by s dot user id. Okay, now what we have to do inside the select is actually the logical part. We have to select user id, that's simple, and the next thing is we have to use the case when clause. Okay, because we have to count how many times the status was confirmed. So we have to use case when c dot action is confirmed, then we need 1, else null. Okay, and we have to count how many times it returns us 1. How many times it returns us 1. Okay, so now we have to count this, and then we have to divide it by the total number of times the action appeared. Okay, either it was confirmed or timeout. Now another thing is this division will be made between integer divided by integer, and it will give us an integer result. In case of 1 by 2, it will give us 0. We don't want that. We need the result in float type. So we are going to cast the first count as float. Cast this as float so that we could get 0.5. Now 0.5 is in 1 decimal place, so we need to make sure that we get the result of total division in 2 decimal places. So for that purpose we will use the round state function. Now we have to name this column as confirmation rate. Okay, so now our query is complete. Let's run it and see if it passed the test case or not. Okay, we have a syntax error. Let's see where it is. We need to see our brackets are placed at the right. Okay, we were missing end. Case when the condition, if the condition is true, then what we have to do. If condition is false, then what we have to do, and then we have end clause. Okay, now let's run this and see we have passed the test case. Now let's submit it against all the test cases and see if we pass all test cases or not. So our result is accepted and we have passed all the test cases. Thank you for watching my video.